Move over, Death Stranding. This is the new king of walking simulators. If you're wondering why I'm in the racing rig, it's because my camera and stuff is all set up and I didn't want to move it, so. I can't believe I put over 100 hours into this stupid game. I generally don't even like 2D pixel art games like this. Go back and look at the other reviews I've done. I like my open world story-driven games, I like adventure games, and I did not enjoy Undertale. All the metrics say this is not the game for me, and yet, here we are. Vampire Survivors proves that you don't need flashy graphics or Todd Howard to be incredibly fun and addictive.
Awesome. I'm so excited.
That 5090 you just bought is a complete waste here. I'm sorry.
Oh no!
The minimum system requirement for this game is just to have a system. Seriously, look at this. Don't be fooled though, you will need a decent GPU if you want to have a good time. More on that in a bit. At first glance, it looks like a pretty basic arcade game, but like my love for you when you hit the subscribe button, its depth quickly reveals itself. The core gameplay is pretty easy to understand. Your character attacks automatically, and your job is simply to move. Left, right, up, down. Those are the only controls in this game. You want to attack? Too bad. Attacks happen automatically at timed intervals, and those intervals are both modifiable and different for each weapon. You can pretend you're doing it if you want to, but it's kind of weird. Don't pull me into your delusions. This simplicity makes the game very accessible, easy to get into, especially for new players and old men like me. One of the game's biggest strengths is pacing. Each run starts calmly and then gradually turns into absolute chaos as hundreds of enemies flood the screen. Surviving longer feels like a real achievement in the beginning, and dying usually makes you want to immediately start another run. Although that's only for the beginning of the game. Once you get about maybe 20% of the way in, finishing a run actually isn't that hard. What it turns into is more a game of how you can break this game more and more and more. You'll see it if you play. This thing gets absolutely crazy to the point where it kind of has a Bethesda-like quality where it's absolutely broken and they know it's broken, and that's half the fun. It's a game that tricks you into thinking you've got it figured out and then gives you a hold my beer moment. You really aren't prepared for how chaotic this gets. The sheer number of weapons, character abilities, and item combinations adds a strategic layer on top of that. There's literally hundreds of them, both characters and weapons. And some of them have a bit of a sense of humor. Like Flea here. He doesn't know how the game works. Figuring out which builds work best and discovering the powerful evolutions is very, very satisfying. Every weapon has an upgraded mega version, by the way. You can figure out how to do those on your own, or you can check out this incredible fan-made website that shows every single combination. You can sort things and filter them. It's really, really handy. I love using this website. Not affiliated, they're not paying me. It's just an awesome resource. Link in the description. Also check out the game wiki, which will also give you information on characters, weapons, etc.
Yeah, that's amazing.
This game also teases you by not fully revealing everything from the start. As you progress, more mechanics, more characters, and more achievements become available. In the beginning, there's something like 50, 60 achievements, something like that. By the end, if you get all the DLCs, there's over 400. Like, it just slowly keeps giving you more and more and more. Just when you think you're done, nope, there's a little bit extra. I know this looks daunting, but trust me, you will not stop until you've completed every single one of these things. To get the most out of the game though, I hinted at it earlier, you gotta get the DLCs. There's a bunch of them, some of them are free, some of them aren't, but the paid ones are very affordable and very worth it. Like a billionaire at a child auction, just buy them all. If you're a total Scrooge, here's my ranking of DLCs from best to worst. I don't know what an Emerald Diorama is, so don't ask me. And if you haven't heard of Castlevania, here's my friend Thanasi to explain. I've already lost interest and started a new run. Visually, Vampire Survivors is simple and intentionally retro, which may not appeal to everyone, me. However, this simplicity of the visuals helps when the screen fills with enemies and effects. Just kidding, it actually doesn't do anything because this game is absolutely nuts. You would think a simple game like this wouldn't struggle on a gaming PC, and for the most part it doesn't. Like, this game runs solid most of the time. But when things get particularly crazy, and you get a whole bunch of weapons and effects and abilities all stacked on top of each other, it starts to chug. If you're running a low-end CPU, you will definitely be riding the struggle bus. Pro tip, turn off the damage numbers, saves you a little bit of CPU and makes things a little bit easier to see on screen. Don't take my word for it though, Mr. Miller thinks it's alright, with 147 hours of playtime. And Chaos Star liked it a little too much, saying, "This game is like an organism. It builds up nicely, then just explodes with euphoria once you max out weapons in a run. It makes me shaky less than 3. I love it. Gross." Overall, Vampire Survivors is an excellent example of how I waste way too much time playing stupid games. It's easy to pick up, hard to put down, and offers a surprising amount of depth for its price. I shouldn't like this game. It's not the kind of thing I normally play, but as of writing, I have 115 hours of playtime. If you subscribe to this channel for game reviews, first of all, thank you. You've probably been wondering where they are. Well, you can blame Vampire Survivors for that. I've been spending all of my time playing this stupid game. Now, if you'll excuse me, the vampire is in another castle.
Give me a sec. Okay, so there are these clans of people called the Belmonts, and they hunt monsters. There's a guy, his name is Leon Belmont, and he was friends with another guy named Matthias. So they have to kind of mess with the lore a little bit, and that's basically it. It's just every game Dracula comes back, and then the Belmonts come in. They stick their whip at them. You know, just to tell them to fuck off, and then it was in 1999 where they trapped him and his castle in a solar eclipse. I don't know how that works. They never actually made a game of this. They just talked about it in another game set in like the year 2030. I don't want to get into it. Alright, it gets messy. It gets weird. And really, who cares? At the end of the day, you go through the castle, you whip Dracula in the butt repeatedly, and then you start getting weirded out, and you're like, why'd you make this weird? I'm like whipping you to kill you, and you're starting to like this, and that's just weird to me, man. Like, what is the matter with you, man? This is why we started hunting you down, man. You were always like this. All right, you gotta stop this, man, because this is ridiculous. I'm single, ladies. I'm out of chicken.